Hey everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. My name is Hunter Houck and I keep lots of reptiles and amphibians. And in today's video, I'm going to be vlogging a day in the life with this many reptiles and amphibians. I actually filmed this yesterday, so that's why I'm wearing a completely different outfit in the video. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it and let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna do is go through and mist the white tree frogs. So I need to pump some air into this thing. And if you can't tell, I'm vlogging on my phone because my big camera right there, it's hard to vlog with. There's my cat Archie, for those of you who don't know Archie. When I go to sleep at night. Oh, I guess I should also mention the lights are already on in everyone's enclosures because they are smart lights. Watch this. Hey Google, turn off the pet lights. Hey Google, turn on the pet lights. Yeah, they all turn on at 7 a.m. except for River's heat. That turns on a little bit before that so that it has time to warm her up so she can eat her food first thing in the morning. Next, I'm gonna go through and fill up all of the leopard geckos water and fill up my bearded dragon water as well. I kind of got water all over the glass, but thumbs up on that one as well. You guys, today I also have school at, let's see how long, 10 minutes, so yeah, that's just lovely. And Archie is just kind of chilling right here on my bed. So right now what I'm gonna go do is spray down my foster crested geckos enclosure in my sister's room, but that's very messy over there, so I'm not gonna bring you along. Okay, I got that done. Now I'm gonna come down here to Miss River, the bearded dragon's enclosure, and I'm not sure how well you can see it, but here she is basking. She's a baby right now, so she's in a 40-gallon breeder, but when she's an adult, she'll be in a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot at least. I might decide to go bigger when she's even older, but yeah. So now it's time to give her her salad. I just rinse it out every other day, and then, so like every day it gets rinsed out, and then every other day it gets dishwashed, and it got dishwashed yesterday. So today it just got rinsed out, and I'm gonna grab her salad. I make 3-ish days of salad at a time. That way I can keep spicing it up, but that way I can feed her first thing in the morning as well. And I'm just gonna grab my tongs and kind of mix up this salad. Today it's a mix of turnip greens, mustard greens, collard greens, butternut squash, and carrots. And this is just this week's mix. It'll be different. Or not even a week, it'll be different the next 3 days and so on and so forth. Today is multivitamin day for River, so I'm gonna put some multivitamins on her bugs, and let's hope I don't spill them because I'm holding the camera. Not her bugs, her greens, and then I'm gonna treat her to some bee pollen. And now I give it to her, but I can't do that with one hand. Here we go. And she is just right here, chilling. And she'll just go down there and eat those sometime this morning. And then I'll give her her bugs here in a little bit. All right, that's kind of what I do before school starts. And, oh gosh, what time is it? I might be late. No, I'm not. I have like 6 minutes, so I will talk to you again soon for a lovely day of Persephone is going into her upgraded enclosure. Let's see here, what else? I'll feed River her bugs around 10 a.m. and all sorts of fun stuff, so I'll be back after my first class. Okay, my Spanish class just got over, so now I have a couple of minutes to give River some bugs. So I need to find the, here's calcium without D3. So I'm going to get some bugs, and I'm gonna set the tripod up on the floor. Ooh, sorry about the horrendous lighting. I give her bugs a couple times throughout the day because I want her to stay active and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that should be enough dubia roaches for right now. 4, and I'm gonna add some more calcium without D3 to this. She doesn't get D3 except for like once every 2 weeks, just because she has UVB lighting, obviously, because bearded dragons need UVB. So her body is able to produce its own vitamin D3. She's usually hungry around this time. I'm gonna set her down here on this big rock so I can show you her eating. Come here, River. Do you want a bug? Good girl. There's a bug. I like to make her work for them sometimes. Oh, well, that didn't work like I was expecting. Come here. Good girl. Usually I make her run around for them, but I don't have time for that right now. Come here. This last one is right over here for you. Do you want it? Girl, come here. Come on, sweetie. You've got to get off your rock. She's like, this rock is warm, though. Okay, come here. Good girl. Okay, I'll make her run around for some other bugs later. Now I have to head to my plant science class. Okay, I am done with my plant science class, and I just went and made some more coffee. I got an oat milk vanilla latte, which was very yummy. And then I sent some emails and replied to some more emails because I feel like a lot of people think, I'm gonna turn on my ring light, why not? I feel like a lot of people think that being a YouTuber is just making videos, editing videos, posting videos, and replying to comments. But it is so much more. I also send emails. I'd say I reply to like 5 or 6 emails every day because I do want to get to a point where this is like my job. And it's a hobby right now, but I am making some money from it. And I just want to keep going where I can sustain myself. Not that I need to, but like I can sustain all of my animals just from this, because this is truly my passion. And I'm very grateful to all of you for allowing me to have this passion and follow it. But yeah, it is a lot more than just making videos. There's a lot that goes in on the backside. Most of it is on the backside that you guys will never see. And also, there is new merch coming soon that I've been working on in my shop. I have spent so much time on the phone talking to the people who manage that. And it's just all great, and I'm very excited for it. But yeah, it's just a lot on the back end, but it's fun. I do really enjoy it. Now I'm gonna go, it's 9:57, so I'm gonna go to my next class, which I don't even know what that is. Hey guys, I got done with my language arts class, and now I don't have any classes for like a good 20 or 30 minutes. Actually, now it's like 15 because I've been doing this for a while, but now I'm just doing spreadsheets for the new merch launch, which should be coming up very soon, so it's very exciting, and I'm getting all that stuff ready. I hate to interrupt the video, but I have an exciting announcement. This shop update that I've been working on just went live. So definitely go pause the video, go to the link in the description, shop.hunterhouck.com, and check it out, because right now there is free shipping on everything. You can also get a personalized video from me, so I will sit in front of the camera and talk about whatever you want for, I think it's 3 minutes or something. It's a few minutes. All the information is on the website, but if you want to get a personalized video of me talking to the camera, you can use code Archie for 50% off of a personalized video of me talking about whatever you want for the first 7 days after this video comes out. It's just code Archie because Archie's adorable and deserves her own personal discount code. So definitely be sure to go check it out, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, it's 11:45 a.m. and I'm done with school for the day, so that's nice. So now I'm gonna go make some lunch, and then I have lots of stuff to do with the reptiles, including putting Persephone in her new enclosure. Okay, everyone, it is time for, at least for me, the most exciting part of today, moving Persephone into her lovely brand new enclosure. Just kind of does that. It's a 10-gallon enclosure. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I guess I should explain who the heck is Persephone. She is a Woodhouse's toad. She's stunted, that's why it's only a 10-gallon tank. Because of her past before she was in my care, I made a whole video about it, so I will put it as one of the end screens on this video. So if you watch all the way through, you can click that video. Anyways, this is her bioactive enclosure, so... Oh, I feel very dumb because I just realized there's no isopods and springtails in there. So I'm going to put some isopods in there and some springtails and then wait several hours and then put her in there. I guess this is a sign that I should give you an update on the isopods. The dairy cows, which are a very common, the Porcellio laevis, they're a very common species of isopod. They are, oh geez, they are all doing well. And so are the Montenegros, which I will show you here in just a minute, but let's find some dairy cow isopods to show off. They're huge burrowers, which is why I'm going to put them in Persephone's enclosure. Because the Montenegros she would eat, and they are way too expensive to have a toad eating them. There's some babies. Look, it's a little baby. Here's an adult. It doesn't want to focus. This is why I shouldn't vlog with my phone. I'm getting a new camera soon that's small enough that I can actually vlog with it, so that'll be nice. Here's one. Anyways, yeah, they're all doing really well, and as you can see, they've had lots of babies. Okay, so I'm just gonna start putting isopods in here, I guess. I don't know where to even begin. Here's one. I don't know how many I'll put in there. I want to put some babies in there so that they can get to the bottom and settle in before she decides to start eating them. Normally I would wait several days before putting her in after putting the isopods, but she has been in the temporary enclosure long enough. Oh, if you guys want to get some of your own isopods, this isn't sponsored, but all of these were gifted to me by the amazing people over at Feeder Shack. So I would definitely recommend going to Feeder Shack. I'll have them linked somewhere in the description. So if you check out the description, I'll do that. Again, it's not sponsored or anything, but I will put a link down there. Okay, I'd say I've got... Ooh, here's another one. Oh, there's a couple babies on this leaf. Okay, I've disturbed these enough. So now I'm gonna spray down the culture. And put them back. Put the cork bark back in there, unless there's any adults living on here. I'm sure there are some inside of it, but I'm not gonna bother them. But I will get out some of the Montenegro isopods just to show them off, because who doesn't love little tiny crustaceans? There are a couple, yeah, you can see them right here. Here's one, they have really beautiful white and yellow spots. So a full enclosure tour will be coming of this in a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna put some leaf litter in there, and I don't know, if I have some extra moss, I'll put some in there and let it set for a few hours, and then Persephone can go in there this evening. Okay, magnolia leaves are the ones that are going in there, and there's not a ton of room for them, so I'm gonna do 2 full magnolia leaves, and then I will just break one of these up into pieces and kind of put it throughout here so that the isopods have something else to snack on as well. And I am going to break this one in half so that it can just kind of go throughout. And this sphagnum moss, which right now is super dry, so I will have to mist it down. I'm not going to put a ton of this because Persephone doesn't need a ton of it, and there's already some sphagnum moss in this bioactive substrate. This one isn't a commercially available one, it's just one that I made. If you watch Snake Discovery, you probably know the recipe for the Snake Discovery Awesome Mix, and that's what I used. So this is just a quick sneak preview. She has this water feature, and as you can see, it has a waterfall. It didn't turn out like I wanted it to, but I need to add more stones in here, but I'm just gonna see how often I have to change the water, and if it's like every day that I have to change the water, because this is just a pump, it's not a filter, so I'm planning on every other day changing the water completely. But if I have to do it every single day, then I'm just gonna wait and not add more rocks. But if it's every other day, then I'm gonna add more rocks so that it's less of a pain. But yeah, you can see the waterfall back there. And then she has a coconut mat that I have put her on here to make sure she could climb it. And then we have a golden pothos. Yeah, it's a golden pothos. And then a spathophyllum. No, not a spathophyllum. A Syngonium podophyllum. I think it's a candy. And then, yeah, this substrate that I'm going to spray down right now. Okay, I sprayed it down. And all of the isopods except for this little dairy cow right there, which that's a baby one, they've all had a chance to burrow down and bury themselves. And I just changed the water today just to make sure it's nice and fresh for her. It's dechlorinated, obviously. And then there is this right here, the bio balls that the water from here drains down, so that I can put some aquarium tubing on here, twist this, and it'll all drain out. And I've tested that as well. And so now I'm just gonna put Persephone in here since they all have already buried. But first, I need to add Springtails. I forgot about that. So here are some Springtails. I bought 2 cultures of these from an eBay company called Reptiles. I'll put the link below. It's an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission. So that helps support the channel if you do purchase Springtails from that link. But it's not sponsored or anything. I did buy them with my own money. But I found that these are just the cheapest. And these are tropical Springtails living in peat moss, which I don't love peat moss because it's not super friendly for the environment, but that's what most places sell their Springtails on. So I'm just gonna mix this up, get some Springtails to the top, and then spray it down, and then kind of get some in the enclosure. Okay, they are going in. And I just put about half the culture in there, and I'm gonna feed this culture and them real quick. Okay, wait a second. I just remembered that all of my Springtail and Isopod foods are in the freezer, so I'm gonna run to the kitchen, set them out so that they can thaw, and then I'll put them in the enclosure later and I'll show that. Okay, and here's Persephone, my lovely little toad, who I'm not gonna tell her story right now because it's kind of a long, sad one, and it has a happy ending because it ends here, right here. Not that it's over. It'll keep going as she gets even better, but I'm gonna set her in the water feature so that she can rinse off all her old eco earth, and then we'll just watch her for a little bit. I'll make a time lapse. But you guys, I am so happy with how this turned out. She seems to be really loving it, and it makes me really happy that I'm able to provide an enclosure like this for her. For an adult Woodhouse toad that isn't stunted, this wouldn't be a very big enclosure, but for her, this is huge. It's even bigger than the concrete box that she used to live in before she was in my care. So I am very, very happy about this enclosure and how it turned out, and I'm still hoping that she'll grow, even though she is like probably 1.5 years old at this point. So she won't get too much bigger, but hopefully she will still grow a little bit. That would be ideal, and if so, she'll move up into something like a 20 or I hope she gets big enough for a 40 someday, but I highly doubt it. But if so, she'll get that too. I just want to make sure that all of my animals are thriving, which brings me to the White Tree Frog's 20-gallon enclosure. Right now they are babies still. I'm not sure. I don't think you can see them. Yeah, there they are. They're pretty tiny, as you can see, so they fit in that enclosure perfectly, but actually I'm gonna mist it down while I'm talking. I have it on spraying mode, that's never good. And this is why I can't be a vlogger, because... So, soon, here I'm talking in like, maybe a month and a half, they're getting an 80, I think it's 84 gallons or something, enclosure. It's being custom built, and I am so excited, so stay tuned for a video about that, but that's all I am really gonna say about it until then. I think I'm gonna go, what do I wanna do? What was I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna make dubia roach food and isopod food. Let's go do that. Okay, I got the isopod food, which is the bug burger, and the dubia roach food, which is the bug burger, and the isopod food, which Rapashi calls morning wood, made. You add hot water, like boiling hot water, to the powder, and then you just put it in bowls, mix it up super well so it's not chunky, and then you put it in the fridge for a couple hours. So here in a couple hours, I will check on that and make sure it's good. Then I will just scoop it and feed it to the isopods. And yeah, I'm just trying to think, what do I need to do now? Hey Google, lights on. Look at that, that's always fun. I am going to clean off my bed, and I'm gonna do some enrichment with River. I make it a priority to give all my reptiles lots of enrichment, and my amphibians when I can find a way that's safe for them, whether that's just feeding them in this tub or something so that they can run around and get some new scenery, because the reptiles, obviously, they can touch stuff. Amphibians, you can't just put them on a blanket because the detergents and that absorb into their skin, so you can't do that. But with River, I like to feed her one of her rounds of bugs in the enclosure each day, and then one of them out of the enclosure. And I have some hornworms, some waxworms, so she'll have plenty of treats, and we're gonna give her some of those.
There's things about you I'll never know. I hope that one day we'll be in love when you're not far away. You really make me wanna fly. Cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why.
I have no idea when the last time I filmed a clip was, but it's now 4:56 and like in the afternoon, obviously. And I'm here with River, and I'm getting ready to do some homework. That's the downside of having classes all morning, but not any in the afternoon, is I get to do lots of homework. Okay, I'm actually right now working on, well, I guess I should say what time it is. It's 7:25 p.m. and I'm working on a freelance video that's gonna be for some of, I guess I can't say what it is. I do some freelance video editing. If you're interested actually in hiring me to do some video editing, you can go to hunterhouck.com and in the menu click video editing, and there is a very simple form that you can fill out, and it just tells me a little bit about it, and I will get back to you. And yeah, I do a really great job, I think, so definitely reach out if you're interested in that. But yeah, I'm just finishing up a freelance project that I have to have to the person in a few days. I like to have it to the person early, so I'm just gonna finish that up, and then we're gonna do some nightly pet type stuff. Okay, I looked at my feeding chart, and it is the day that I feed the white tree frogs, which is always a fun day because they are just the most fun animals to feed. So I'm going to take the front off of their enclosure, and I always like to give the disclaimer that this is, like I said, just until they are a little bigger so they can go into their adult enclosure. And I need to get their food ready. Let me find my calcium with D3 container. Here it is. I'm gonna go prep their insects and I'll be right back. Okay, I have dubia roaches for them, and they each get a hornworm. I got the tiniest ones that I could find, but I also need to find the frogs. Let's see here. Here is one of them. I have to see them next to each other to know which one is which because they look almost the exact same. Let's see here. This one is Parker, and this one, no, actually, I'm not sure. Come sit next to each other, please. Yeah. Okay, this one is Parker and this one is Prada, and I need to move you closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Hello, this is voiceover Hunter here. I realized that I was just rambling, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover instead. Basically, the reason why the frogs aren't gonna eat a ton today is because it's winter time, which means that there is less daylight out, and even though their enclosure light is on for the same amount of time all year, the light outside of the window, which of course does have a big impact on their sleep cycle and stuff, there's less light because of the time of the year, so they choose to eat a little bit less. It's really interesting because they are still gaining weight at the same rate, but they're just eating like 1 or 2 fewer bugs each time. Enjoy.
Those butterflies when I go to sleep at night. When I go to sleep at night. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night. I finally know the reason why, yeah. I'm never really satisfied, yeah. Waking up a paradise, yeah, without you by my side. Imagine I walk through your doorway. Imagine skipping all the foreplay. Imagine all the
Oh,
stuff
good,
that
you
we
ate it.
play.
Good frog.
'Cause you really make me wanna fly. Cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why.
Now I'm just gonna spray down their enclosure one more time
Go to sleep at night.
to give them some good humidity before I put them to bed for the night.
Go to sleep at night. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep.
Okay, so sorry about the horrible flash. My sister's room is dark right now, and that's where we quarantine the foster animals. So anyways, this is Rocket's foster enclosure. He got his food, and yeah, it's I can't remember the dimensions, but ooh, yeah, I really am almost out of water, so I'm gonna spray it down real quick and then talk. But anyways, it's a super boring enclosure, and it looks a lot better in the day too. Actually, it's not even that boring. He has plenty of places to hide, and this is what some crested geckos are in their entire life, but he will be going to his new home next week. We only adopt out to people who are keeping them in at least 20 gallons, but even bigger is better, and this one is whatever's on the screen right now. But anyways, he just gets his misting every morning and every evening, and then food every other day, and he has water in this cute little radish dish. And tomorrow I will be doing full cleans of every single enclosure. Hey guys, it is 8:30 this evening, and that is all the stuff that needs done for the animals for the night. I obviously will go through and check on all of them just to make sure that they're all doing well, but it all starts over again tomorrow. So if you think you want 6 reptiles and amphibians, be prepared to have a full-time thing on your hands. And if you ever want to go on vacation, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time looking for a pet sitter who's willing to do all this. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's go to the outro. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to check out the merch store at shop.hunterhouck.com, you can get 10% off of all the physical products by using code VLOG for 1 week after this video is updated. That is code VLOG. All that is in the description. And don't forget to use code Archie, which is the name of my cat, for 50% off of a personalized video from me. If you want to see more of my animals every single day, be sure to follow me on Instagram at HunterHouckOfficial. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see 2 videos a week all about my reptiles and amphibians. Once again, I'm Hunter Houck, and thank you for watching.
Sleep at night.